Hi there, and welcome to the Gear for Music studio. My name is Sam, and I'm here with Jake.
Hi.
And today we're talking about SJC Custom Drums. And for those of you who are not familiar with SJC, they are a small, independent custom drum manufacturer based in Massachusetts in the USA. They're a couple of hours away from Boston. And in my opinion, and I know that you'll agree with me, Jake, SJC have to be considered as the most exciting drum maker in the world right now.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the thing is with SJC, you see things that they're putting out at the minute, and you see them on stage, and you see them in videos and things like that, and you know it's SJC. And when you've got people like Trey Cool, who's played pretty much every single brand of drum that there is, in his own words, saying that these are the drums he's been searching for his whole life, that says a lot for a brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at what Trey Cool's done with Green Day, there probably isn't a better judge of a drum kit out there. A drummer of his caliber is absolutely in the right place to make a statement like
Definitely.
that. And we're really excited here at Gear for Music to have forged a very special partnership with SJC, which for the first time really allows drummers here in the UK and across all of Europe to be able to buy these incredible kits and snares and remove a lot of the problems that traditionally have existed. Before now, if you were a drummer here in Europe and you wanted to get an SJC kit, you had to go through a really complicated and in many cases expensive process of arranging direct shipping from the USA. There was all sorts of issues like import duties and taxes, and our aim at Gear for Music really was to take all of those problems away from people like yourselves. We wanted to get a good range of kits here in stock, make them available. You get a single price, you get next day delivery, there's a warranty, returns policy cover, all of those things that make buying an SJC kit really easy and hassle-free. But enough about all of that. Jake, tell us about where it all started. Take us back to the beginning of the SJC story.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, this story it's inspiring in a lot of ways, but I love the fact that it started with two brothers at the ages of 13 and 14 years old putting drums together in their grandmother's basement. So you had Scott, who was the master craftsman. He was all about the technical side of it, the putting together of it, the engineering side of it. And then Mike, who was more about the aesthetics, and he always wanted the look of the drum to be perfect, to be eye-catching, because he didn't want to just be sat at the back of the stage playing something that didn't really catch anybody's eye. And then they progressed so quickly from being kids in a basement to then getting their own factory and Mike taking the kits on tour and gaining attention from other drummers, being like, what's that kit? And then having to explain, it's my kit, it's our kit. We've designed this kit, we've done it for this way. And then it sort of progressed from there for them signing artists. And Mike's always said that a turning point for SJC was when Panic at the Disco played one of their kits on the 2006 MTV Music Awards. And that went out to millions and millions of people all across the world. And it was an SJC kit sat in the center of the stage. And that just kept the phone ringing and people asking questions. And it created the hype that isn't necessary for SJC to have.
Yeah, and leading on from that, today SJC has compiled what is undoubtedly the most impressive artist roster of any of the kind of big drum manufacturers out there. You look at some of the people playing the kits. We've obviously mentioned Trey Cool from Green Day. Who else is playing?
Jay Weinberg from Slipknot. You've got Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots. You've got Alex Shelnut from A Day to Remember, and so many more now. I mean, you look at their website, their artist roster, and you'd be surprised how many people are playing it. It's everywhere.
I've done it myself. I've been on the SJC website. I've looked at the artist roster, and I've scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and I keep seeing the names of drummers and bands that I love. And it is that kind of process. He's playing SJC.
Yeah,
he's playing SJC. It's a phenomenal collection of artists, which SJC themselves like to refer to as the SJC family. But if I'm a regular drummer, I'm not world famous. I'm not playing arenas every week, and I still want to go down the SJC route and get my hands on one of these incredible instruments. What am I going to get from one of these kits?
Well, from these kits, from every single kit you buy, from club through to something completely bespoke and custom, you are going to get a completely handmade American drum kit from an American independent company. And I mean, everything from these kits, from the size of the shell, they cut it in-house, to it being wrapped in whatever veneer you want it to be wrapped in at the end, putting the hardware on, putting the hoops on, tuning it before it gets put in a box and shipped anywhere. So much detail is put into every single kit that comes out of that factory. And that's what the customers get at the end of it. They get all of that passion and all of that pride. I mean, their tagline is built with passion, played with pride, and it rings so true when you see the kits, and more so when you hear the kits as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been lucky enough to work with a few of the guys at SJC now, and I really struggle to think of a time where I've met a group of people who are so passionate about what they do, and passionate about every facet of the process. And when you look at how they talk about the kits that they make, about how they talk about their company, everything that they do seems to loop back to two things above all. And one is the quality and the attention to detail of the instruments they're making. And the second one is how much they care about the people who choose to play those instruments and join the SJC family. It's incredible. And in many respects, one of SJC's greatest strengths is the fact that they are a smaller company. They are sort of an independent drum maker, and as a result, they're not knocking out hundreds of drum kits every single week like some of the big, well-established drum manufacturers. Everything's still on a smaller scale, and with that comes the time to really delve into the detail and make sure that every element is crafted with passion and with love. One of the things that I've heard over the years from a lot of musicians, whether it is drummers or guitarists or anyone really, is that a lot of people out there really like the idea of having a custom instrument, something that's been made for them to their spec, where every element is exactly how they'd want it to be. But in some respects, I think a lot of people think that that's for other people, maybe for famous drummers. And it can be a daunting process. It can be an intimidating process. And I think in many respects, there's just a bit of a lack of information out there about how you can go about getting your own custom instrument made. SJC, obviously, as the name would suggest, they are all about the custom products. And how can GIF Music customers go about getting their own drum kit made with a custom build?
Yeah, you're right in what you say, Sam. It can be daunting for people, and people find it a bit intimidating and think that it's going to take too long or it's going to cost too much. But what we're trying to do is make it easier. So we're taking out the hassle of shipping. We're taking out the hassle of import tax. We're taking out the hassle of having to go to and fro with time differences to an American company or anything like that. We're here on the phone and over email and in person in the store with any help that you could possibly need as a customer. We will help you choose what lugs you want on it, what finish you want on it, what wood you want it to be made out of, what sizes you want. And we will go over everything with you, get you one quote that you will pay at the end, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah. And if you don't want to go down the custom route, if you want an SJC kit, but you're quite happy to kind of go with something that's already been made, what sort of options?
Yeah, well, that's brilliant, because SJC put out the club kit, which is a production model series of kit. They also do the tour series, which is the same thing. So they're basically ready-made kits and configurations in a certain amount of colours with a certain few difference in hardware finishes, which we'll carry in stock. So they'll be literally ready to dispatch to you wherever you are as soon as we can. And what we're also doing is carrying custom kits in stock. So these are kits that we've designed along with the guys at SJC, such as this Kraken kit that we gave the ideas to, and the guys at SJC ran with it and came out with something incredible. the natural maple kit with the stained wood hoops and the claw lugs. Things like that are all available in stock to buy, and will always be in stock available to buy, but obviously with them being custom builds, they will differ slightly. And snares. We'll hold stock of the club snare, the toe snare with the hardware finishes, and again, a range of custom snares that we've designed for ourselves. Something a little bit extra that SJC have just started doing as well is the stools, stick bags, and practice pads as well.
Yeah, so it's a pretty comprehensive collection that's available for people to choose from right now. And if you want to learn more about the range of SJC products in stock at Gear for Music, then please visit the Gear for Music website. Alternatively, if you want to discuss things in more detail, pick up the phone and give us a call. Or even better, we've set up an email address. It's sjcdrums@gearformusic.com. That email address goes directly to our dedicated SJC specialists, and they will be really happy to talk about all of the possibilities with you. For now, I've really enjoyed talking and learning about this incredible drum manufacturer. I hope you have too. Visit the Gear for Music website to learn more about SJC, and thanks for watching.
See you soon.